Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to dive deep into $100 Leagues by Alex Hormozi.
Let's do it. This book is packed with actionable strategies, and we're going to break them down.
No fluff, just the good stuff. We want to help you attract more leads and turn them into loyal customers.
Because at the end of the day, leads are the lifeblood of any business.
Exactly. And Hormozi's own story is a pretty inspiring example of that. He went from almost bankrupt.
Oh, yeah, trying to launch that weight loss business, right?
Yeah, to building a 9-figure empire. Talk about a turnaround.
And the crazy part is, it wasn't some overnight success story. It all came down to mastering lead generation.
Which is something a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with, right? Figuring out where those next customers are going to come from.
Absolutely. That fear of where's the next lead coming from, it's real.
But Hormozi says it doesn't have to be a guessing game. It's about strategy.
100%. He talks about the importance of lead magnets.
Which, I'll be honest, sounded a little jargony to me at first. So break it down for us. What's a lead magnet in plain English?
Basically, it's something valuable that you give away for free to attract potential customers, like a sneak peek that makes them want more.
Okay, so it's like a little taste of what you have to offer, something that piques their interest.
Exactly. Remember that story about his weight loss business, the one that almost went under?
Yeah, he offered that free case study, right?
Yep. And it totally backfired. Well, not really, because it actually ended up being a huge turning point.
Because it accidentally became a lead magnet.
Exactly. He stumbled onto it by accident, but it was a light bulb moment. He realized people were willing to exchange their contact info for something valuable, even if it was free.
That makes sense. Give away something awesome and people are more likely to stick around and see what else you've got.
Exactly. But it's not enough to just give away anything. It has to be strategic.
Right. It can't just be some random freebie. So how do you create a lead magnet that actually works?
Hormozi lays out a 7-step process, but it all starts with identifying a problem your target audience has.
Okay, so get super clear on who you're trying to reach and what keeps them up at night.
Exactly. And not just a general problem, but a specific pain point.
Okay, so instead of people who want to make more money, it's freelancers who are struggling to get clients.
Perfect example. You need that laser focus.
Yeah.
And once you've nailed that pain point, then you create a lead magnet that offers a genuine solution.
So it could be a downloadable guide, a free consultation, a template, a toolkit, something tangible that helps them solve that specific problem.
Exactly. You're showing them you understand their struggles and you're here to help.
Okay, I'm with you so far. You've piqued my interest with this amazing lead magnet. Now, how do I get it in front of potential customers? That's where advertising comes in, right?
You got it. And Hormozi breaks down what he calls the core 4 advertising methods. Each method targets different segments of your potential customer base, depending on whether you have more time or a bigger budget.
Core 4, I like it. Lay it on us. What are they?
All right, so we've got warm reach outs, content marketing, cold outreach, and paid ads. Let's start with warm reach outs. This is all about tapping into your existing network, people you already have some sort of connection with.
So instead of starting from scratch, you're reaching out to people who are more likely to at least hear you out.
Right. Like friends, family, past clients, people who already know, like, and trust you.
That makes sense. But how do you make sure you don't come across as, too salesy when you're reaching out to people you know?
That's where Hormozi's 10-step process for warm reach outs comes in. It's about starting a conversation, not a sales pitch.
Okay, so relationship building first, selling later. I can get behind that.
He gives specific phrases to use, like, do you know anyone who... It's a subtle way to introduce your offer without being cushy.
It's all about providing value and being genuinely helpful, right?
Exactly. And this actually ties back to what he talks about in his first book, The Value Equation. Understanding why people might say no to your offer.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Break down this value equation for us.
So it's about looking beyond the obvious price tag and uncovering those hidden costs, those things that might be holding someone back from saying yes.
Things like the time commitment, the effort involved, maybe even the emotional investment.
Exactly. By understanding those hidden costs up front, you can tailor your approach.
So it's about really getting inside your ideal customer's head and understanding what's holding them back, right? But let's get back to the core 4. We talked about warm reach outs. What about content marketing?
Content marketing, that's the long game. It's about building trust and authority over time.
Okay, so you're creating valuable content like blog posts, videos, podcasts, stuff that really resonates with your target audience.
Exactly. You're providing real value, establishing yourself as an expert, so when someone is ready to buy, you're the first one they think of.
It's about becoming a go-to resource in your niche. Okay, I like it. What about cold outreach? That one sounds a little intimidating.
It definitely takes some finesse, but it can be super effective. Cold outreach is all about reaching out to people who've never heard of you before.
So it's like walking into a room full of strangers and trying to make a good first impression.
Pretty much. You've got to grab their attention, show them why they should care, all within, like, the first few seconds.
No pressure. Okay, so we've got warm reach outs, content marketing, cold outreach. What's the last one in the core four?
Paid ads. This is where you put some money behind your message, like on social media or search engines, to reach a wider audience.
And with paid ads, you can target very specific demographics.
Absolutely. You can target by location, interests, age, you name it. It's a powerful tool if you use it strategically.
Okay, so we've got these four core advertising methods. But what I really want to dig into is this idea of lead getters, because it's not always about doing everything yourself, right?
Right. Lead getters are all about leverage. It's like building an army of people who are out there bringing you leads 24/7.
Okay, I am all about working smarter, not harder. So tell me more about these lead getters. Who are they?
Hormozi breaks it down into four types: customer referrals, employees, agencies, and affiliates.
Okay, let's unpack that. Customer referrals, that's a classic. Word of mouth is so powerful.
Totally. People trust recommendations from friends and family more than anything. But Hormozi doesn't just leave it to chance. He talks about systems you can put in place to encourage more referrals.
So you're actively turning your happy customers into brand advocates.
Exactly. And then there's employees.
Oh, yeah, turning your team into lead-generating machines.
It's about shifting the mindset. Instead of just seeing employees as, clocking in and clocking out, empower them to be a part of the growth of the business.
I love that. It creates a culture of ownership where everyone's invested in the success of the business.
Exactly. Now, agencies, they can be a game changer. Think of them like your lead gen secret weapon.
So you're basically outsourcing some of the heavy lifting to experts who live and breathe this stuff.
Precisely. They've got the experience, the tools, the know-how to really ramp up your lead generation efforts.
Okay, and last but certainly not least, affiliates. This is where things get really interesting, right? Because Hormozi credits a huge chunk of his success to building a killer affiliate program.
Oh, yeah. He shares that story about his supplement company, Prestige Labs. They were about to go belly up, and then boom, he figures out this affiliate marketing thing.
And suddenly, he's raking in over $450,000 in a single week. That's just insane.
Talk about a glow up. But building a successful affiliate program, it's not as simple as just throwing up a banner on your website and hoping for the best.
Right. You can't just slap an affiliate's wanted sign up and expect miracles. So what's the secret sauce? What does it take to actually make it work?
It all starts with finding the right affiliates. People who align with your brand, who have an audience that trusts them.
So it's about building those strategic partnerships.
100%. And you've got to create a compelling offer, something that benefits both of you. And, of course, support your affiliates, give them the tools and resources they need to succeed.
So it's a win-win for everyone involved.
Exactly. That's the beauty of it. Okay, so we've covered lead magnets, the core four advertising methods, lead getters. It's a lot. I feel like my head is spinning.
I hear you. It's a lot to process. It can feel overwhelming trying to implement everything at once.
Which is why I think this one-page advertising plan that Hormozi lays out is pure gold.
Okay, this sounds promising. Tell me more. How does this one-pager work?
So it forces you to simplify, to focus your energy where it matters most.
So instead of trying to do it all, you're honing in on what's going to move the needle most.
Exactly. You've got to choose your battle. He says, decide what type of lead you're going to prioritize, customers, affiliates, employees, or agencies, and then commit to consistent action.
So it's about getting really clear on your goals and then taking relentless action.
Exactly. He gives you two different approaches. You can follow what he calls the rule of 100.
Rule of 100, that has a nice ring to it. What is it?
It's all about repetition, building momentum. So you commit to doing 100 repetitions of a specific activity. 100 cold emails, 100 social media posts. You get the idea.
Okay, so pick your activity, commit to 100 repetitions. What's the other approach?
The open to goal approach. And with this one, you choose a lead generating activity and you just keep at it until you achieve a specific goal.
Okay, so you're saying instead of just setting a random goal, like I'm going to send 10 cold emails a day, it's I'm going to keep emailing until I get 3 sales calls booked.
Exactly. It's about focusing on the outcome, not just the activity.
So you're laser focused on that end goal and you don't stop until you get there. Okay, I love it. So choose your lead type, commit to consistent action, What's next?
Fill out his advertising checklist. He's got this awesome checklist in the book that helps you cover all your bases.
Okay, so no detail left unturned. And then...
Then comes the fun part, taking action every single day. Consistency is key.
Right, because just reading about this stuff isn't going to magically bring in more leads.
Exactly. You've got to put in the work. And then, once you start seeing some traction, if it feels like it's too much to handle...
Then bring in reinforcement.
Exactly. Hire someone to help you manage the workload.
So you can focus on what you do best, running your business. This is gold. Okay, so we've covered a ton of ground today, from the importance of lead magnets and the power of the core 4 advertising methods to building a team of lead-generating rock stars.
We've gone from feeling overwhelmed to feeling empowered. Like we can actually build a business that attracts leads consistently without burning ourselves out.
And that's what it's all about, right? Building a business that works for you, not the other way around.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Now, before we wrap things up, we want to leave you with something to ponder. If you could only pick one strategy from this deep dive, just one thing to focus on for the next month, what would it be?
Yeah, what's going to move the needle most for you right now?
Head over to social media and share your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you.
And don't forget to tag us so we can keep this conversation going.
Until next time, happy lead generating.